What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we are working on our glutes and I am starting with a 10-minute warm-up. I am currently on a 2.5 incline at 3.9 speed. I just want to get really good and warmed up. I've been sick for about a week previously. That's why I haven't had any long form videos go up. And I'm really excited to feel good and to be back into it again. So that's what I'm starting with, and then we will get into working our glutes. All right, y'all, while I'm getting my weight gloves on, we're gonna start out with one of my absolute favorite glute exercises, and that is RDLs. I'm gonna start off with 30 pounds, and I'm gonna show you something really important about your form, because as I have been learning and figuring out how to do exercises, when I first started doing the RDLs, I was kind of just bending over and kind of hunching my back, kind of like this. And the most important thing with RDLs, especially for more glute focused and less quad focused, is that you want to stand about shoulder width apart, and you want to have your weights come to about your shins. But the main thing you want to do is really push your butt back, almost like you're opening a door with your butt, if that helps. So for form purposes, you're going to slightly bend your knees, bring your dumbbells about to shin location, and just really make sure you're pushing your butt back. You're going to come back up. Again, you don't have to like really tuck. I mentioned that before. I thought you had to really like tuck and squeeze your glutes. Not necessary. You're just doing this, coming up, doing this, coming up. So again, we're going to start with 30 pounds and we will see how many we get. All right, that was 12, and I will mention, if you're doing them correctly, you will feel them in your glutes. If you're rolling your back, like I said before, and just kind of curling up, not really pushing your butt back, you won't feel it. So that's a good way to know you're doing it correctly. I apologize that I'm a little bit hoarse, as I mentioned before. I had been sick, still have a little bit of cough here and there, but I feel great, and I'm so excited to be back at it again. Okay, for our next exercise, I'm gonna do squats with a pulse. So what that is we're gonna be standing wider than shoulder width apart. I'm gonna be starting with one 35-pound dumbbell. I'm just gonna be holding it like this. Again, more glute focused. You wanna lean slightly forward so you feel it more in this area. And we're just gonna go down and then do a quick pulse. 1, 2, down, and then quick pulse, 1, 2. So that is gonna be our next one. Whoa, it is so hard when you haven't been at it for a while. I think that was 8. Man, that got my heart rate up with a quickness. I did have to think about and remember my form, because as always, you don't want your knees going over your toes. So if you feel that happening, as I always say, just keep your focus and correct while you're doing the exercise. You don't have to stop and start over. So just try to really push your butt back And like I said, lean slightly forward so you feel it more through here. Come up and pulse. So when you're leaning back, it keeps your knees where they're supposed to be. Okay, give me a second to recover and then we'll go right into our next exercise. Okay, another exercise I really enjoy are step ups, and I'm just gonna use our bench. I keep saying I wanna get either a taller bench or a box or something, but for now, this works just fine. The biggest thing with step ups is that you have to remember not to push off of the non-working leg. So the leg that we have up, that we're using to step up, is our working leg, and that's what the weight should be focused on. You're just using the other leg to kind of barely touch off. This is your non-working leg, and I'm pointing to my left because I'm going to start with my right. So just remember that you're not pushing off with the non-working leg, you're pushing off with the working leg. That's the elevated one. And also we're gonna lean slightly forward. Keep that in mind when we're doing any glute exercises. So lean slightly forward. I am gonna be holding a 30-pound dumbbell in my opposite hand, so on my left hand. And then I'm gonna use the pole here on my cable machine just for stability. Also, don't pull on it to pull yourself up, because at that point, you're getting an arm workout. We're not doing that. So I'll do it without the weight first, just to show you what I'm talking about. And remember, if you've seen any of my previous videos, this bench slopes a little bit, which is another reason I want something a little taller and more even. But again, we're working with what we got. So you're just gonna take your working leg, put it up, your foot up on the bench. We're gonna use our cable machine for stability only. I'll be holding my dumbbell in my opposite hand. And then what we're gonna do is lean slightly forward and push off, barely touching with the non-working. Push, barely touching with the non-working. And again, don't pull yourself, just use this for stability, so I'm not really grabbing it tight. I'm just gonna need it for a little bit of balance since I'm gonna have the weight in my hand. But you want all of the focus to be on the working leg and the glute. So that's what we're gonna do now. And again, I'm gonna start with a 30-pound dumbbell. And as I mentioned previously, I'm saying this for any of you that have watched any of my other videos. And if you have, thank you. I film the first set of any workouts for the YouTube video. And then I usually do 3 sets. Depending on the exercise, it could be anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 to 14 reps, who knows? I just try to go to failure whenever possible. Whew. As always, wasn't counting. I was trying to, but when you're thinking about your form, not gripping the pole too tight, all the things, it's hard to keep up. That was probably, I would say, 8 or 9, not sure. But in just a second, we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're getting ready to do the exact same thing, but this time our left side is gonna be our working leg. So all of the weight is gonna be pushing off of this side. So I'll have a 30-pound dumbbell, right hand, left leg, working leg, using this for stability only. And we're gonna push off with our left side. Okay, I will mention something. I felt myself grabbing. Like I said, don't do. So one of 2 things. Go ahead and correct mid-exercise and just kind of loosen your grip or have your fingers out. Another thing you can do is have your fist on the outside. You might still tend to lean, but it just helps you in your mind think, don't grab and pull yourself up. But again, I don't know how many that was, probably about 8 or 9. And then that's really all for the step ups. I'm gonna go up in weight for my last 2 sets to 35, even though that was not easy. I know I can go heavier. I'm just trying to get back into the groove again, since this is my first really good workout since I have been out of commission. All right, this exercise is called kickbacks. I'm gonna use the cable machine for that. I have this ankle strap. It is by the brand, it's called Fit Girl. I got these from Amazon. Anything you're interested in my gym, as far as where I got my dumbbells, the rack, workout clothes, things like this. I'm trying to think of what all came from Amazon. I've even got stuff from my house. Anything like that, my storefront is linked in the description box. But I got these, they're called Fit Girl. They're really comfortable. They're kind of cute too. I don't know if you can see, they have like I guess that's cheetah print. But they come in different colors, but they're nicely cushioned. I like the Velcro, it's really nice and adjustable. So I'm just gonna put that on my ankle, and I'm just going to drop the cable down to the bottom. I am gonna start with 20 pounds. I haven't done these in a little bit, like I said before, so I just want to kind of see what I'm gonna be comfortable with. So I'm gonna put the strap, actually I'll start with my right side. I usually start with my right side for everything. So you just loop it through and adjust it. And then I'm just gonna unhook. Oh y'all, even these hooks here, the ones that came with the machine gave out on us. We got these from Amazon. They're super sturdy. I think they have like a 600-pound weight capacity. So anything you're looking for, either ask me about it or check my storefront. So I'm going to hook this on my ankle weight. Now, for the kickbacks, a lot of people just kick their legs straight back. When you're working on your glutes, what I'll do is I'll turn this way so you can kind of see better. You want to kind of bring your leg out. And I think to begin, after feeling that, I'm gonna start with 10 just to make sure my form is right. So I'm stepping back a little ways from the machine, holding on again to the pole for stability. And then I just kind of give a little bit of bend to my base leg, so my left leg. And then I'm just gonna slightly turn my foot out. Oops, lean forward again. And then I'm just gonna kick back like that. So I don't know if you can see the difference between just going straight back and doing this. You want to do slow and controlled. I'm going to have my foot slightly turned out, and we're going to go like this. You don't have to go all the way up. Okay, I think that might have been 11 or 12. Like I said, I was just kind of getting a feel for it again since it's been a while, and I'll just switch this to my left side. But again, you don't have to kick straight back and go way far up. You just kind of want it to catch where you really feel it. And with your foot turned out, you kind of feel it like right in this area. So that's basically it with the form, is slightly turn your foot out, slow and controlled, and you don't have to kick way up behind you. And so we will do the same thing on the left side. All right, now we're gonna do the kickbacks on our left side. I've switched my ankle strap. Sometimes I'll have them both on, so it's easier to go back and forth, but it was no big deal since we're alternating legs. I'm just gonna stay on this side instead of moving my bench. And I'm going to put this on. Same thing here. We're gonna step back a little bit, lean slightly forward, turn our foot out, slow and controlled. Okay, I'm pretty sure I counted 12 that time. Whew. All right, so as usual, anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 exercises. I'm gonna do 3 sets. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know there are a million fitness influencers out there that you could watch. Again, I'm just a normal person working out at home, trying to learn and grow and help you guys out in the process. I hope you have fun hanging out with me. If you got anything out of this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me so much. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel so I can grow my little fitness and health and lifestyle family here. And hopefully, if all goes well, I will be back again next Friday with another video. Bye.